How's it going, guys? It is Kane. Thanks for clicking on the video. We have a tier list today for you. It's going to be music genres or music audio experiences that you may be listening to in the gym, and I'm going to give you my opinion and critiques on them. So let's just go ahead and jump into this tier list I got you here. Let me just minimize myself. There we go. So our first participant here is going to be, before I forget, the tier list itself. So we have Yeah Buddy for S, we have PR for A, Chest Day for B, Decent for C, Cardio for D, and then, of course, our lowest tier, which is Leg Day for Trash tier. Okay, now let's jump into it. We have Drake, or Drizzy, or whatever you want to call him. He's going to be the frontliner for hip-hop. And hip-hop definitely goes hand-in-hand with the gym. You know, a lot of athletes go in there and, you know, they listen to hip-hop. If you're a younger guy, that's just what you do. That's like kind of the middle ground of music for gym culture. So hip-hop definitely is going to be in a good category. Definitely B. Like I said, if you're younger, there's a lot of younger guys in the gym. It's just, you know, hip-hop took, you know, up to 2015 to now to storm. So it's just what everyone's listening to. So, definitely a good B tier category here. Good genre to listen to in the gym. Our next one is going to be jam bands. Now, jam bands are, if you don't know, they're just bands that play music for a long, long time. They kind of improvise. Now, if you like mellow kind of music, that's what jam bands are really for. Just to chill out. You know, some people do kind of enjoy chilling out with some beers, or a lot of them just are stoners. So if that's your vibe, cool for you. Personally, for me, I kind of will only do it if I am doing a steady state cardio where I'm just focusing on breathing and all that. So definitely, you know, I like them. Maybe D tier, maybe a little bit too harsh for it, but since it is what I do listen to in my cardio sessions, they are going to be definitely in the cardio category. So our next one is going to be newer metal. I don't know anything about newer metal. I like the classical stuff. I like the older stuff. But I did listen to Bring Me the Horizon a couple times, of Mice and Men, and other kind of things. I think you can categorize Royal Blood as newer metal. Like I said, not too much experience with it. The new song that they have, Can You Hear My Heart or something like that, Bring Me the Horizon, has, you know, kind of taken TikTok by storm. And, you know, when they released that song, it was everywhere. So definitely for you guys, probably is way higher than I'm going to rank this. But newer metal, I got it at a decent. Our next category here is going to be blues. Now, I'm not a big blues guy, and I don't know anyone that's a blue kind of guy, I guess you could say. But for me, I feel blues is very depressing. I mean, that's just kind of how the genre goes. But for blues, sorry, BB King. Leg Day is depressing, so and that kind of matches the vibe for blues. So Leg Day, trash. Sorry, BB King. In our next category, we have our genre, rather, folk or bluegrass. This is easy. This is cardio. I mean, it's just very high pace. Anything high pace with a lot of strings and all that, I like just listening to it in cardio. I don't really like listening to it while I'm lifting, unless I'm doing like kind of like an AMRAP or something like that. Definitely cardio category here. Our next one is video game soundtracks. Some of you are going to get mad, but I feel like video game soundtracks in the gym is decent. Now, when I listened to video game soundtracks back then, loved it. When I was actually playing video games, I don't play it much anymore, it was amazing. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 probably had the best soundtrack that I've ever heard in my life out of a video game. But unfortunately nowadays I don't listen to a lot of video game soundtracks. They don't really get me motivated anymore. But I know a lot of people, they love their video games, and let's be fair, a lot of video game music kind of beats just, you know, regular artist music. It's funny how that happens sometimes. So I think a good decent is fair for video game soundtracks. Next up, kind of controversial, kind of get the views in here. we have Andrew Tate, and specifically his message and are those motivational videos that you may be seeing on YouTube or wherever you find this guy. He's everywhere. I mean, he's, come on. So Andrew Tate, I'm gonna go ahead and put him at a decent as well, just because some of his messages is just what younger people need to hear. You know, like stop procrastinating, stop, just whining, and all that good stuff. He brings that message to light, and I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. Unfortunately, I can't give him too much praise because of his things that he says about females at times. I don't agree 100%, especially the property part. Made no sense to me. And since he is locked up in jail right now for hopefully false allegations, and I say hopefully because if it did happen, that'd be very terrible. With that being said, Andrew Tate at a good decent. If he gets released, maybe later on I'll redo this tier list. But right now, redo the tier list and give him, maybe a bump up. But right now, he's at decent. We're going to go ahead and get into our next genre, which is the newest one, funk. I think this literally came out earlier this year or last year. Either one. Funk is very new, and I very much enjoy this. It's like EDM hip-hop, and it works very well in editing. And with that, you would think, well, you're saying it's EDM, hip hop. You only listen to fast-paced music while you're doing cardio, and I would put it in cardio, if not the fact that I use it for editing. And I know this is solely on fitness, but I am going to give it some leeway here, and I'm going to put it at a good decent. I do enjoy it. I'm not going to listen to it while I'm doing a PR or anything like that, but definitely has its vibe, and I like using it for editing. And I'm going to cheat the system here, and it's going to go a little bit outside the gym world, but whatever. We go into the next category, which is EDM. We have the little crackhead girl here, and or Molly, or whatever heck she's taking. She's looking like she's having a good time. However, I do not enjoy EDM. So unfortunately, EDM is going to go into leg day trash. Sorry. If you think my opinion is wrong about all these, please comment down below. This is just all opinionated, of course. So go ahead and comment down below if you think I'm wrong about EDM. It's just I don't enjoy listening to EDM at all. I don't even know anything EDM at this current moment of my life. So here we are at doom metal or hardcore metal. Not really sure how to categorize this. I think that is a doom metal band logo. Of course, you can't read it. With this, I do enjoy listening to harder style of metal, especially like hardcore metal or doom metal or whatever you got going on those heavier kinds of metal. I like listening to it while I am doing very heavy lifts. I think they just kind of go hand in hand. With doom metal, definitely PR category or hardcore metal. I'm kind of just lumping them together if you haven't noticed yet. But those kind of genres of music, yeah, definitely PR, especially if you're doing a very heavy bench press or something like that. It just feels right listening to it. Our next one is going to be swamp rock here, and we have CCR. Little bias. CCR is my favorite band, so we are going to put them at S tier. Now, when I listen to CCR, they kind of fit every category. You could do cardio, and you could do BRs with them. Okay, so I know cardio is all the way down at the bottom, but it is part of fitness, unfortunately. But I definitely will listen to CCR any day of the week, and I know there's more bands other than CCR and swamp rock, and I'll gladly listen to those. It's just kind of the music I like listening to, outside of the gym, inside of the gym, wherever. Personally, I'm just gonna kind of have genre bias here, and put CCR swamp rock into S category. And we have Creed. Now, Creed is going to represent our new metal, our early 2000s dirty rock, Slipknot, Mushroom Head, all those kind of bands. And honestly, a little bit of bias. Again, like I said, all opinionated. When I'm in the gym, this is very good. This is very good. But I'm not going to put it at PR. Or we're going to put it at a decent B. Now, I am getting older, 24. I know seems like it's not like a huge age or milestone. But if you're at my age, you definitely grew up with this music, okay? Maybe your parents had it on, your older sister, whoever, maybe cousins, maybe it was at the family barbecue. I don't know. You always heard of this stuff playing. It's just kind of like the anthem of your older self here. That being said, we go on to the next category of Jocko Willink motivational speeches or just his podcasts. Now, when you're in the gym, this is definitely PR category. It's like you listen to this guy and your testosterone increases. You're growing hair on your chest if you have no hair there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it feels. And personally, what he says, it's just what every gym goer needs to hear. You need to just stop having excuses. You need to get after it. And then if you're not feeling good that day, who cares? Good. That's what he preaches, and I think it's a good message for gym goers. And when I'm in the gym and I listen to Jocko Willink on those days where I'm not feeling too good, I say, screw it. We're going to lift the weights, and that's what it's all about. So our next category here is going to be not Ram Ranch. No. It is going to be significantly worse, and this is country, and country goes into the obvious. Okay, our next one is forgetting your headphones. This is terrible, okay? This is definitely going to be cardio, and you're wondering why not leg day, dude? That is super trash, forgetting your headphones. The only saving grace is the music that comes out of the gym speakers, okay? Sometimes, thankfully, I go to eSporta. Sometimes they have bangers, okay? Sometimes they have good music coming out of the speakers. With that being said, you can't rank it any higher. When you forget the headphones, you just got to listen to everyone else grunt, Everyone else that's grunting, they don't know that they're grunting, but they're definitely grunting and you're hearing it. So definitely sucks to be you. Go ahead and might as well, listen to Katy Perry on the speakers for whatever reason they like playing just disgusting pop music from 2010 for no reason. Enjoy. Better than no music though, so it can't be leg day. Here we go. We have shuffle or just random music. I don't even know where to put this. It's so random that you don't know what you're going to get. So we are going to go ahead and put this at decent. This is a good way to find good music or new music, however, so that's why I put it in there. Nothing gets you more motivated than maybe having a random song pop up and it's one of the best songs ever. So definitely in the middle tier, decent. Pretty self-explanatory here. If you listen to random songs, sometimes they're going to suck, sometimes they're going to be great. It is what it is. So we go on to our next, and it is WWE intros or WWE music. Listen, if you're a big fan of wrestling, you know what I'm saying. There's nothing more hype than listening to Batista or Shawn Michaels or whatever, your favorite wrestler, come out. It's amazing. It's like these songs that they produce for WWE wrestlers. It's like they created them specifically to just get you fucking hyped. Excuse my language. I know it's YouTube, but gosh darn it, each time I listen to Triple H or whatever, it's just I'm just happy. It is a good time. So it is definitely going to be a chest day, and it would be PR or yeah buddy or S tier if it wasn't for the slight cringe factor, and I do apologize. There is a slight cringe factor. And like I said, just my opinion, but I believe listening to that kind of music is a slight cringe factor. So, whatever. We have, speaking of cringe factor, we have anime music. Now, I'm a big fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, the music in that anime is amazing. Okay. That being said, I'm not a big anime nerd. That's literally the only anime that I really know besides My Hero Academia. I think I watched like 2 episodes of that, and golly, I think that's really just it. But I know a lot of people that enjoy anime intros, so this is definitely going to be a decent. Like I said, there's a little bit of cringe factor, just a little bit, but I sometimes go back to the JoJo soundtrack, and it does get me pretty amped up. So a good decent is here. And now we have kind of like the Jocko Willick ones, kind of like the Andrew Tate one. Just your standard. They're all over the place. Maybe it's from Motivational University or whatever channels you got going on. We have motivational, just montages or videos or whatever you want to call them. They're gonna go besides Jocko Willick. There's so many of them, and they have different messages in each one. You can find motivational speeches on anything. I think I got a little bit upset because I wasn't doing good in sparring or something when I was in my Muay Thai classes, and there was a fighting one, and it's just like, this is pretty cool. And they had like the speech of Man in the Arena. It got me amped up. So in the gym, it's definitely a good thing to have, and it's definitely PR worthy. Now we have classical rock. Classical rock is a B. I think that's fair. There's just so much classical rock out there that's kind of hard to like. I mean, you got your AC/DC, you have like Lynyrd Skynyrd, you have not Motley Crue, but songs like that, like from the 70s, 80s, 90s, not 90s, but 60s, 70s, in 80s. I would categorize classical rock or like that kind of rock in those different areas of time. That being said, everyone likes it. I mean, you can't go wrong with classical rock. You can't go wrong with Lynyrd Skynyrd. You can't go wrong with those kind of bands, and there's a reason why everyone goes back to them. That's why you listen to Pink Floyd nowadays. I mean, everyone likes classical rock. And like I said, it's just classical rock. It's just a big blanket of songs and bands. It's kind of hard to really categorize classical rock. But classical rock. Oh, and Van Halen. That's classical rock. Definitely a B. It's very good. I enjoy it when I'm lifting. Next, we have movie soundtracks. More specifically, sports soundtracks. This is definitely going to be S. Listen, if you are a fighter, if you're a boxing guy, or you do Muay Thai like me, kickboxing, there's nothing better than listening to the Rocky soundtrack, okay? Even you may think that it's cringe, it's really not, okay? It's a fun time, especially if you're doing road work where you're running just outside and you're listening to Gonna Fly Now. There's nothing better. It'll get you all the time, and especially Eye of the Tiger. You listen to that, no, you're motivated. It's time to go. We have our last one here, and this is just going to be your metal. This is going to be more specifically for my sake here, because I enjoy it just so much. It's going to be that 70s or older kind of metal. This one's easy, guys. This is PR category. There's nothing better than lifting heavy to heavy metal. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that one. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy the tier list here. I'm sure later on that I will go ahead and revisit this when I get better equipment and whatever. Yeah, here is the tier list. I hope you agree with it. If you do disagree, like I say, go down to the comment and comment below. If you did like it, like the video, and if you really like it, please subscribe. My name is Kane. I am Kane for Gains, and thanks for clicking on the video, guys.